What's up, guys, and welcome to What If. So, this is about Naruto fanfic. You can check the description for the original creator. And this is What If Naruto had the combined power of Godzilla and Kurama. Chapter 1, Meeting a God. It was October 10th, the day of celebration for many, as this was the day the great Kyuubi, or nine-tailed beast, was defeated by the mighty fourth Hokage, who, when trying to seal the beast into one of the newborn children, the previous Hokage, Lord Third, came to stop him from sacrificing himself and instead did it to himself. He was able to seal half of Kyuubi's chakra into one of his sisters, and then the other into the other sister. By the brother of the soul of the Kyuubi, even though Kushina, the previous Jinchuriki, was supposed to die, she survived thanks to the medical teachings of Tsunade Senju, who helped her. After that event, many thought it was all over and everything would go back to normal. But what no one knew was that when the third used the Death Reaper seal, his souls are not only the sealed fox, but also something that made him the Reaper of Souls and claimed its first soul. The mighty god that to this day still lays dormant. A boy no older than 5 was running down the streets of Konoha as an angry mob of villagers were chasing the little frightened boy, who was looking exhausted and made the mistake of turning a corner only to be surrounded by a dead end. He tried to turn around and run by a dead end. Mao was blocking his path and had a vicious smirks. "Finally, we got you, demon," said one of the village mobs. Now, to some people, this will look wrong, but to these people, it didn't look, for in their minds, they found the children, well, the child of the fourth Hokage, nothing more than the Kyuubi's reincarnated. It was because of this they tried to harm him. The boy each chance they got. And no one cared, not even the boy's parents, because for most of Naruto's life, he has been neglected for his sisters, who were supposed to be the child of prophecy, which means that they get more treatment than him, and he gets left out of the family to defend for himself, as he just watches his sister take all the affection while he gets none. Now Naruto just stops to care as he gets beaten up by their fists or feet, while some use knives or pitchforks. Naruto feels like he has lived for nothing and that no one cares about him. But they will be happy, and that just makes him sick. Probably his parents wouldn't care either way and would have been happy too that he died. "That might be true, little one," said a deep but calm voice that made Naruto open his eyes to see himself in some kind of rocky land surface as everything looked destroyed. "Huh? Where the heck am I?" said Naruto, to no one in particular. "That would be me," said the same voice, only this time bigger and closer. Naruto turned around only to jump in surprise as a large animal of some kind of over 300 feet stood on 2 of his feet. With arms that were short like a T-Rex, but were long and better used for grabbing stuff. It had dark green skin along with several spikes on its back that each went down his back and ended at the each of his 10 tails that are wide, but also skinny enough for it not to get tangled or in any way while walking. "What the heck? What are you, and where exactly are we?" asked Naruto. "Well, if you sit down and let me explain," said the giant creature as Naruto closed his mouth and sat down on the rocky surface. "Good. Now, if you were wondering where we are, this is part of your mindscape that I reside in. I am not a what. I am a god who is hailed to be the mightiest beast, even more than the legendary Ten Tails. So what? If you're a god, then why is someone like you stuck with me?" "Well, it's because I have been trapped by that damn Reaper. who stopped me by taking my soul and putting it in his stomach, where I was stuck for over millennia, until the day the Kyuubi attacked, and the Shinigami finally freed me, or so I thought. But it just put me inside of you, said the giant god. Oh well, since you're in my mind, I might as well introduce myself, said Naruto, with his fist held up to the great god. Well, my name was a god, and I was known by many as Godzilla, but my real name is Geo. Since everybody needs a name, said the now identified Geo. Yeah, that's true. But anyway, Geo, how do I get out of here? Asked Naruto. Why would you want to go back, Naruto? You could, you know, you would just die. Before you say anything, I have to tell you that even though I am powerful, I can still die if you die then. I will as well, said Geo. So you will die with me, said Naruto, as looked as the ground before looking at Geo. The determined look in his eye. Then I'll start to stand up for myself and you as well, because they can beat me all they want, but hurting you, of course, dang, I keep stuttering on this part, or killing me is something I will not tolerate, said Naruto. Good, because I don't want to die just yet. But anyway, the Kyuubi soul was trapped in you, but I have been suppressing it so it won't release any of its chakra. Although, if you want, you could use my chakra. It is actually easy to control my chakra. If you have the right chakra coils, and since I was sealed in you at birth, this should be perfect. Because my chakra is more, how should I say this, natural. It is actually chakra from nature and is really useful, said Geo. Sweet. And if this chakra makes you so powerful, then that means I will also, said Naruto. Yep, and if you pull this off, I can start to train you in the ways of a god, said Geo. Really? You would train me, asked Naruto. Yep, since the parent of yours don't, said Geo. Anyways, start by standing still while I give you chakra. Naruto quickly stood still as dark green chakra leaked out of his body and into Naruto's until he was covered in a dark green spear. Good luck, young one. Outside his mindscape, the villagers felt like they did enough damage and were ready to go home, in a voice they did not expect to hear. Where you think you're going? Said Naruto. As a dark green chakra surrounded him and one tail formed behind him, as several small spikes formed in the back of him. The first ones to act was the ones that were ninja in the mob as they tried to kill the demon, but they didn't get far before they went to the ground with a thud, as no one saw how Naruto took out 5 Chunin by himself. Don't, well, sorry for my excuse, but now don't mess with me, or you get the same thing. Good boy, this is the first time, and you already have good control over my chakra, said Geo. Huh, Geo? Was that you? Where are you? Said Naruto in a low whisper. I am talking with you by thoughts, so I just think of something to say to me, and well, I can respond, or we can just talk. But anyway, it looks like the mob has left, so you better move before Amble gets here, said Geo. All the mob ran away they saw the only ninja in the group fall. Naruto nodded his head before disappearing in pure speed that would rival the 8 inner gates, said Geo. Where should I go? I mean, I can't go home, and I don't know where to go. This place looks scary, said Naruto. Don't worry, Naruto. You'll be safe thanks to me being in you. No animal that is there will try to get to you, said Geo. Okay, said Naruto, as he jumped over a large fence before walking into the forest with a worried look. If you guys was wondering, this is training ground 44, the Forest of Death. About 30 minutes of walking later, Naruto found himself staring wide-eyed at some kind of large waterfall with trees that were like any regular trees in a stream that came from the waterfall. Wow, said Naruto, as he looked at the sight before him and calmly walked to the waterfall, putting his hand in it and feeling the current going down into the rest of the forest. Alright, Naruto, we will stay here for about a day or two. We will try to get some work on your chakra control, said Gio. Sweet, I can finally get some training, said Naruto. Gio just smiles at Naruto, was jumping around about him being trained, and knew that when the Shinigami put him in his body, he made a wise choice, and maybe when he is ready, he will let the boys sign the contract only a god can sign. And Kami was the last person to sign it. Well, that is it for the first chapter in The King of the Tailed Beasts. Well, what if Naruto had combined power of Godzilla and Kurama? Anyway, this is the end of chapter 1. Chapter 2 will be posted shortly after this, so hopefully you guys have enough hype and everything like that. So, please comment down below. And what should I do next? And the fanfic person who created this is, Anime Ice, who created King of the Tailed Beasts. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.